So, to start things off with, let's talk about what we're doing. One crazy thing about this movie is the people helping me don't really have defined titles at the moment. I'm thinking of them all just kind of as producers. One of them is very much in charge of sound, but by the same token, he's helping with other aspects. The other, who's a lawyer friend of mine, he is helping a lot. He's the guy that procured this location, and you'll meet him. His name is Matt tomorrow, or however, I don't know when these are going out, but you'll meet him visually. But I have a lot of people helping me, and I know it doesn't seem that way because these are just me talking, but that's because I really don't want to waste their time by having them like help me shoot vlogs. I feel like that's, I'm already not paying them, and yeah, they enjoy helping me and they're very keen on helping me, but I don't want to be that dick who just like, hey, help me with my YouTube channel while we're making this feature-length film. That doesn't seem very cool. That seems like a dick thing to do. So that's why this is mostly going to be me shooting kind of from my point of view. I'm hoping like when we go out location scouting tomorrow, I'll probably have one of them hold the camera for a little bit so I can do this, but in a more um, animated setting. Point being, I really just wanted to get that out of the way. There is a reason that I'm really the only I'm doing the face to face. I think I'm gonna try to get like interviews with people on the cast and crew as we go. But obviously, since right now we're in pre-production, there's not really a whole lot for me to give you. It's a lot of me and the boys just figuring shit out and trying to start on time so that we can attempt to have something done by September 30th, which is very intimidating deadline. But anyway, let's talk about stuff. So, what is The Head about? The Head is the story of a young man named Peter. And Peter, he's a weird guy. He's a mama's boy. He lives with his mother. His mother is very domineering. She is the kind of mother who buys clothes for her 30 some odd year old son and makes him prance around and model them for her. So you can kind of imagine. Oh, good, cats. So Peter meets, after an altercation, he meets a mannequin head. And when I say meets, I mean he finds this mannequin head and immediately has a psychic connection with her. And this psychic connection turns into a romance. But there is a very serious issue. There's actually a few serious issues, but I should save some surprises. But the big serious issue is that the mannequin head drinks blood and requires that blood to survive. So, being the lover boy that he is, Peter decides to get the head some blood. And, well, you can kind of imagine what happens after that. A lot of murder, a lot of fumbling around. There's a lot of comedy in this movie. It's a very, very funny script. I can't take total credit for that. Matt and my wife Casey both helped me write it, and they both added a lot to the final product. And really, I think we came up with something really fun and weird and a little interesting. I think it provokes some questions. The film is thematically about male toxicity. It's about kind of how men view women. That's kind of the very surface layer. He's in love with a literal mannequin. Well, mannequin head, but this kind of artist's creation. This is probably man's version of what is beautiful about a woman, but it's just her head. And part of me thought, oh, it'd be really funny if he was just in love with the mannequin body, but that's a lot harder to shoot, and there's a lot less personification you can get out of a mannequin body, so I went with the head. I guess to be fair to Peter, he does like the brains too. But a big part of it is how men see women, and how weak men see strong women. I think is a better way to put that. It's very much the way that weak men see strong women, in that they are, in their eyes, domineering. They use men. They're in it for themselves. A lot of this is from Peter's point of view, and Peter's not supposed to be particularly sympathetic character. I've had at least one person read the script and say that he was sympathetic. Cool. I'm glad that someone, and it was a woman too, that was the crazy part. A woman thought that he was sympathetic and that he should be punched. So I guess that worked. So why are we doing this? That's another big one, and this is on the Indiegogo page, and I just want to go more into it. I love Troma. Troma is one of my favorite entities in film, and for those who don't know, Troma is a film studio based out of New York and New Jersey that makes garbage. I think is I don't think that's very controversial. I could say that to Lloyd Kaufman, president of Troma himself, and he would say, "Yeah, pretty much." They make true independent art, and they're most famous for The Toxic Avenger. They're also very famous for Romeo and Juliet, and many other films. Troma's War is a really good one. Let's see, Surf Nazis Must Die is very famous. Class of Nukem High. I don't know why I forgot that one. Poultrygeist is probably their latest hit as far as hit can go with Troma. But anyway, they make predominantly horror films, horror comedies, and their particular brand of humor, which is very offensive element, is kind of my speed. And watching their movies is very inspiring because it makes you feel like you could do anything. You, as just some schmuck, can make a movie. Point being, I love Troma. And Troma has their own film festival called Troma Dance, which I'm sure you can't guess what that's an allusion to. And Troma Dance has been going on for roughly 18 or 19 years. So Troma Dance, it's free to enter. It's for indie films. You can be really experimental and weird and wild and just say fuck you, man. So Troma announced that they would be hosting the festival this year a little late, and that gave me a window because they also announced a submission deadline of September 30th. Well, fuck, that was a little over a month ago, I think, that they announced that deadline, and I was immediately like, oh, okay. You never know when something like this is just going to fall through, because Troma does not operate with a huge budget. Any year could be the last year for Troma Dance. They've been operating it since 1999. It could be 99 to 2018. It could be 99 to 2019. It could be 99 to 3000. Who knows? But the main thing is, you never know when these opportunities are going to just stop arriving at your doorstep. And I said, fuck it, this is the only festival I can think of that A, would have emotional resonance for me, and B, would actually accept a movie as crazy as The Head. So, that's why I'm starting the Indiegogo campaign with almost nothing to really show for myself, because I realized a little late in the game that I needed to make another movie. Originally, I was going to wait until this other movie got off the ground, and then I would do my next Manatee Party production, and it would be weird and crazy, shot on VHS. I already had that in mind, and then this happened, and I was like, "Fuck!" This fell into my lap, and so, you know what? We're going to try, and there is that chance that we don't hit that September 30th date, that submission date. If that happens, it sucks. It makes me sad, but the important thing is to make a movie, and so, if we can make that $10,000 on Indiegogo, that'd be great. Hell, if we can make $5,000, that would make a pretty big dent. That would at least cover the special effects in total. It wouldn't cover all the pay. It makes me sad. I really want to pay all of my cast and crew, but if we can at least make a good movie, that'll work. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So that's why we're making it in such an expedited fashion. I just really want to take part in Troma Dance. I want to go to Troma Dance and be like, "Hey Lloyd, made a movie for you, bro," and he'll go, "That's awesome," and say something really demeaning, and then probably forget my face again, like he does every year. But that's okay. He's old as shit, so that's perfectly fine. I was very long-winded with these, like, 2 explanations. I kind of got tangential. I will at least try to get the editing done tomorrow after we go on our location scout and post a video of that just to show a little bit of variance and not just me talking to the camera. Thank you for watching. Please The link for the Indiegogo campaign is below, and I appreciate you donating whatever you can. If you can't donate, please share the Indiegogo page on your Twitter and on your Facebook. You can also like our page on Facebook. Just search for Manatee Party. It's one of the only ones you'll find. And please just share our shit. That's all I'm really asking for, is just a simple share. And also money, but a share will do. I'll take a share. Please help me make this weird VHS romantic horror comedy a reality, and a reality that is exactly as we intend.